Hey friends, coming at you today, Coach Jacki. Gonna want to kind of have a little bit of a heart-to-heart with you today, and possibly touch some things with you that strike a chord in one way or another. But basically, want to have you start thinking about, now that we're just a little over halfway in our challenge now, think about why you're doing this. What is your why? Remember your why. So think about that through what I go through today, or what I'm talking about. You probably did your midpoint check-in, which is awesome. Maybe it wasn't awesome. It really depends. But again, now let's think about that and remember your why. So stop thinking that things aren't necessarily working. Weight can spike up. Other things can spike up. There's so many different things that can cause things to happen just because that particular day on that particular week you had to do your check-in and maybe it wasn't great. Stop thinking that things aren't working. It takes a lot longer than you think they do. You just need to keep going. Have you caught yourself maybe obsessing a little bit? Gotta get those MEPs. Gotta do everything just, to the crazy extent, right? We don't need to obsess, okay? Because this is part of a lifestyle. So this is what we want to think about. Shift that process. Think about making it part of your life and part of your identity, okay? So don't obsess so much over the things because it can be absolutely mentally freeing and then become a sustainable part of your life, okay? So dropping the obsessing part and finding out that that's something that you need to do on a regular basis, that's actually going to help you make some changes. You guys may already know, some may and some may not feel this necessarily, but it is a true fact regardless, that exercise releases endorphins, and it can lower stress and it can boost your mood. So is that your why? Because you've needed something like this and you haven't had this release in your life. If you're feeling down or you're feeling overwhelmed, basically we just need to move our bodies. It will thank you later, and you'll know that. So this is where we're gonna maybe get a little not controversial. Some people just really want to know: is there a cheat code? Is there a pill I can take that would do it all for me? Well, the answer to that is absolutely not. And I mean, it is unfortunate, right? Because if there was, everybody would be taking it, and it's not the truth. Nobody can do the cardio for you. Nobody can build that muscle for you. Nobody can eat healthy for you. You basically have to do it yourself. And why? This is my belief, is that it is showing yourself the utmost respect, that self-care, self-respect, that is by taking care of yourself and putting in the work. It just can't be bought. You have to earn it, okay? So that might be a hard pill to swallow for people, but, it's the truth, right? So on those lines, here's the next thing. Perfection is never the goal. It's not just not the goal, it's never the goal, okay? It is about consistency. So consistency is the key to actually making those changes. You could be surprised at how much change a person can make in 6 months with just consistency alone, okay? So that kind of goes back to stop thinking that things aren't working, because they actually are. There's all kinds of things going on in the background just besides what you're actually doing, but your body physically is changing on the inside and making all kinds of changes so that you're going to eventually see them on the outside. So again, it's never the goal to be perfect. It is thinking about being better than yesterday, Be better than yourself. Be better than the day you were before. Do something to just improve yourself on a daily basis. Another thing we can do with remembering our why is trying to surround yourself with like-minded people. So maybe you came into this not knowing anybody at all, and now you've maybe started taking classes, and now you are consistently going to those class times. Those people, they realize when you're gone, and they wonder, where is that person? And hopefully somebody's calling or checking on you or texting and that type of thing, whether it be your coach or whether it be somebody that you've gotten to know in class. But yeah, I mean, having that like-minded people is something that they want you to win, and they're going to help you win. So, and then in return, you can be that kind of support system for that person as well. Here's another one that not everybody wants to hear about, or maybe it's just that you're confused about it. There's a lot of information out there, and gosh, we are compounded with or barraged with information daily. And so we all kind of have to sift through it and decipher, what is something I want to believe or I want to actually implement, that type of thing. But it is unfortunate in our day and age that 90% of all disease, basically, and that word is disease, it's called dis-ease, which means things are just not functioning correctly. But it's related to lifestyle changes and choices, or I should say lifestyle choices. And in order to do something about it, we have to make changes. What are lifestyle choices? Well, that would be food or exercise or toxins that we are exposed to. Some of it we can control, some of it we can't. That type of thing. And then we have people talk about the genetics. Yep, that's about 10% of it. If you look at it this way, genetics is what basically loads the gun, but the diet and your lifestyle is what pulls the trigger. So if we don't want to go, one way, which is possibly the bad way, we want to turn that around and take that lifestyle and put that into your control, which is what we're trying to do here as a community, as our teams of 4, and working with coaches and doing the classes, and yes, getting the maps and everything like that, putting it all together, making that lifestyle change. Spending time on yourself is not selfish, no matter what anybody says to you. Spending time on yourself is not selfish. Actually, it is selfless. In the sense that when we are remembering our whys again, that taking care of yourself, that maybe trying to eat healthier, trying to just have a little less coffee, or that little less alcohol, or that little less pop, or a little less sweets, whatever your vice is, right? That is not being selfish by trying to take care of yourself. Because have you ever tried actually physically pouring from an empty cup? Because that is a lot of what we do. And we wonder why we're so run down and ragged all the time. And it's because we're not taking that time to work on ourselves. Okay. And again, remembering that boost that you can get of endorphins by exercising. And I think this taking care of yourself in general will also help boost those endorphins. Okay. Prove me wrong. We also try to get healthy so that we not only can take care of ourselves, but if we do take care of ourselves, then we can help take care of others, our family, our friends. Your future self is going to always thank you for that. So just a reminder, you only get one body. And we need to take care of it. Then in turn, it will take care of us. Then in turn, we can take care of others. So the most important investment that you will ever make in your life is literally in yourself. It's only you can do it. Remember, no one else can do it for you. There's no magic pill. There's nothing else. We have to take it into control, every day. And again, when we say that, not every day is going to be perfect, but if we can keep that consistency, that is what's going to help. Checking in with your coach, again, talking with friends, having those like-minded people. Just kind of a little recap here, and stick to the plan, because remember, just because things don't always go the way that you want them to doesn't mean that they're not working. So keep going, friends. Thanks for hanging with me today, and remember your why.